I'm Dan.
And I'm Suzie.
And together, we're DUZIE. And this is What a Wonderful World.
We're here in Manzanillo, Mexico. Tomorrow we leave. It's been a week that we've been here. It has been an awesome week. We've been like running. Our schedule has been so crazy up to this time, basically since about May. And so this was a time when Dan and I could just get away, and God has really done so much in our life in this week being away. And we just want to share a few things that's been happening in and through and processing things. We want to share that with you now.
People often ask us, what's going on in your head? What are you doing? Where's it coming from? Well, this week for me, I was reading the book, The Year of Living Biblically by A.J. Jacobs. A way of exploring Christianity, Judaism from many different points of view. This guy is an agnostic, but he goes on a year-long journey of trying to live biblically. Fascinating book, opened my mind to many things, especially the way other people view us.
On the back, it's labeled as a book of humor.
Hilarious.
Thank you, Dale Merrill, for inspiring that one.
That's something that's going on in my mind.
For me, there's been a lot of creativity, especially with art and expressing myself. And this has been a book that I've been reading. I haven't finished it, anywhere near finishing it, but it's almost like it's something that I'm reading after my time with God in the Bible, my devotional. And God's using this just as much. It's called The Creative License by a guy called Danny Gregory. And it's giving yourself permission to be the artist that you truly are. And this morning what I was reading is just how I know that for myself many times I'm a perfectionist, and I don't want to do something if I can't like put it in a frame, or if I don't have enough time, or
send it to somebody else.
If it's not going to be like useful for something, then I don't think I can just express art. And the thing that I was looking at this morning and studying, and God really said to me, is that I need to use art as a way to capture life, to celebrate life, to document the moment that I've been having. So that kind of gives me a little bit of a creative license to go for it, no matter what the outcome of it. And so it's been really good. So this morning I drew my breakfast. Dan's been bringing me breakfast in bed every morning. Gotta love that. So I drew my breakfast, I drew my lunch, and I've been just kind of trying to take more time to draw no matter what comes out of it. And I've really been enjoying it. It's great.
Between reading and swimming, I didn't know what to do. I maybe it was practice magic or this or that, but this time I said, I want to do some art. So I haven't done art for quite a while, but I was inspired by Suzie to do something new, which was use pen and then color it in. So this was a picture of the waterfalls near the pool, plus some other things that weren't really there, but hey, imagination is great.
And I, at the same setting right there by the pool and the waterfall, I did my watercolor. And I really like this one a lot because I tried a new technique on water, and I learned a lot about shading. Dan helped me with the drawing, so we kind of sparked off each other. It was really great.
A couple days ago we went to an island called Stone Island. We saw seals on rocks. It was really cool. But we just sat on the beach, and we didn't do all the activities, but we just drew. And it was a great experience just to watch God in nature. Wonderful time.
And this is the document the moment that I came up with. Not my favorite painting, but I love the place and the moments that we had there as well.
And here's a place I just drew out of my imagination. I was looking at trees, looking at the ocean, and maybe someday I'll visit this place. I don't know where it's at. If you know where it's at, let me know, because I would like to go there.
Now right behind us, what you're seeing here is the beach. Gorgeous beach, one of the most beautiful beaches that we've been to, but isn't that the way they all are? And every evening before sunset, Dan and I walk one way or the other down the beach, about an hour or so. We brainstorm, we dream, we pray, we talk.
We listen.
We listen, so it's really been a very inspiring time for us. And then we watch the sunset every night, and it is so beautiful to see the sunset, how God paints and his colors. And last night, I have to say, it was one of the most beautiful I've seen in a long time, right with the rocks behind it, and the colors, and there were clouds and reds and purples. And
one of the greatest things
God
in the midst
creative.
of all this is just taking time to listen. What is God saying about us and our future? And a lot of things we've been dreaming about, he's really confirmed here about it's time to mentor. It's time to be more of human, not just ministry people, and live life and take people on the journey. And even here, we've met some new couples, got to know them, people on their honeymoon, and we weren't doing ministry, we're just living life together, which is what God is more and more speaking to our life.
Yeah, and like Dan said, in speaking to these different people, hanging out it's given us a different perspective of how young people view life and what are the situations for them. And God's really used that to challenge us and begin triggering new thoughts or keeping us on the path that God's keeping us on how to reach the next generation, how to be human, as Dan said, and to live life in the midst of it.
It took us a little bit out of our comfort zone last night because we actually did karaoke. Not something I'm fond of, but it was a lot of fun.
I got Dan hooked into it. I was like, you know that song, you can do it. But
well, everyone else that was singing really stunk, so I felt pretty good.
So I said, you can't do any worse than that. But we met people. We got to have good chats with people in the process of it as well. And it's just been a really good week for us, kind of, like I said, to gear down. It took us probably 3 or 4 days, at least me anyways, to wind down being here, to just begin to relax. We've been going so hard and strong, and that was one of the purposes of this week. But it took me a lot longer to do that. I feel refreshed. I want a whole nother week to stay here.
But tomorrow we go home.
Up.
And we'll be home for a week, and then we head off to Las Vegas for the World Magic Seminar, and we'll make another video sometime between now and then, and we'll see you there.
We've been talking, we're praying for the boys. Joshua's on Doulos right now in the Philippines. Josiah's in the UK with his friends, missionary teen friends. It's not a secret anymore. I can say it. Hi. Hopefully he's having a great time. We haven't had contact with him, but we've been praying for them, thinking about them, and as Dan said, yeah, it's been great just kind of to fill you in on what's been going on in our life. So, guess that's it, huh?
I think that's it. See you later. Bye.